Everybody, you have found what to play next, where we bring you everything that is awesome, and I do mean awesome in gaming. So this is Ultima 7. We are playing the Avatar again, only we are in the second portion of Ultima 7, the Serpent Isle. So we're no longer a spiritual leader. It turns out a goblin was hiding under some sort of glamour in these people's town. So he had this horrible faunish ale that nobody else drank, and we found a bottle of it up at the camp. The camp is easy to find. The rest of it is so hard to find. We grabbed his keys, and they're right on his body. I wonder if they open any of these rooms. The goblin camp is so hard to find, the actual living quarters portion of it, that I'm actually just going to take you guys up there. Because I was so frustrated that I watched a walkthrough on it to see, what was going on there. But yeah, he's this perfectly normal looking guy. He passed the test of knighthood and everything like that. Got these bottles of ale all over the place though, and we find them down at the goblin camp. And eventually he reveals that he's a goblin, changes color into the beast that you see on the floor. And that's all she wrote, So you attack him, you kill him, and he makes you promise to kill the Goblin King. Now, apparently the Goblin King betrayed him. He spent years infiltrating this place. There's another one. Years infiltrating this place, and never got any sort of reward that he was promised. So he's very bitter, and he tells us the rough location. Now, they tell you things in terms of latitude and longitude in this game, because you can use the sextant, but we don't have one yet. I did choose to skip ahead because the last portion, there's bonus material where you can beat a demon and bind him to a sword, which is cool, but not everybody is as hardcore D&D as you might think. I love the teleportation storms. I love that they occasionally leave you something interesting. That one just dropped me a cleaver instead. But yeah, really interesting premise here. So this place is being torn apart by magic as well, and we're still looking for the guardian servant Batlin. Major clues there. We are low level though, unfortunately. You can port your characters. I did originally when I first played the game, but unfortunately, that's not something that we can do here. And why am I not automatically closing? I love it when the game hiccups. The game AI just glitches out on you sometimes. These guys are interesting. They carry leather armor, which is worth a decent amount. They're for some reason carrying boomerangs, which were last carried by the demons. Now, the demons were used as slaves. They were kind of used harshly, so we didn't exactly know what to make of them in the first game. We're going to have to level up as fast as we can. I have most of my guys fighting from far away because I can resurrect myself. So I'm trying to avoid, they try to make it hard for you to embrace permadeath by making your MC pretty much invincible. But unfortunately, oh my god, there are wild pigs? Wait, hold on. Just give me one moment here. I'm fighting some wild boar. I'm hoping I'm not facing a King Baratheon here. I'm fighting wild pigs. The wolves I object to. Disney does it too. It's so silly, but unfortunately, ooh, there's a treasure there. That's a scroll of mass destruction. It's pretty kickin'. But let me make sure we're all alive here. Ooh, there was a murder? Yes, there are murders in this game. And magic is going awry. That's kind of the two things there, Oh, we're just going right in. There are pigs eating the bodies? That's so disgusting. They got real here. Wow. Wild boar attacked a farm. That's insanity. So really weird quirks thrown in here. Ultima 7 is basically nothing but side quests. So really strange game where if you follow along with the townspeople's lives, then you'll actually find that you've solved everything. You've solved your main quest, found the people that you need to find. They really just go down the line with it, and it's kind of crazy. We had kind of been hoping that that's the way that adventure gaming was, RPG was going to go, because it was still developing at that time. We'll just eat it right off the bone there. It's kind of a weird setup. You can loot anything in this game, so we often do. And it's not considered stealing for some reason, which doesn't even count anymore because you're not a spiritual leader. Apparently it only counted when you were a spiritual leader, which is the strangest mashup of totally makes sense and what a weird quirk. You have to go through all these trials. A mandrake root, why would he have something poisonous? That really is strange. Mandrake root is a very poisonous, it's called Mayflower. Only the fruit is non-poisonous, and I still wouldn't go that route because it's only when it's completely ripe. If it's at all, you can see why they would use it for a magical component. Because if, now there's a bucket with blood in it, that's different. Food is pretty hard to come by. Things like panfights are okay to be aware of. That cow is apparently menacing us. Sometimes these people just make me laugh. Leggings are only worth so much. I don't think you can sell a mandolin. I mean, unfortunately, we might as well leave the place. The clocks always tell you the time, so it's 5:16 p.m. Really weird, really strange place. Any trade is open to you. So you can spin the wool into thread, for instance. You can then turn around, now that you have the spool of thread, it's kind of hard to see through the wall, and make that into cloth. There's a couple different things. This is crazy. So apparently they were trying to live out in the woods. I believe they're using a bucket. Thank you, more effective. And something must have attacked them. So you go all the way up to the corner here. You're wondering where is the goblin camp. And then here are the stairs right here. Which obviously we noticed because I can't look in the character. Just so frustrating when you get stuff like that. But yeah, goblin attacks us. So we pretty much know what's going on here. Seeing the lay of the land. Seeing which way the wind blows. Ooh, that's nice. I'm taking that. Hold on. We'll hold off because I don't think I'm actually attacking with my dagger. Cool as it is. Two-handed sword would come in. How do you say handy? The bowls are neat. They obviously contain some pretty cool stuff. So we're going to go down into the goblin caves. And we're going to have to do polls where we take a few goblins at a time and then save. Because we started out low level since we didn't put in our character. We had some really great equipment and we lost it in a teleportation storm where we also lost ILO. So yeah, you can see the stairs, like the stairs right here. Such a bear to find. So evil. I can light up a torch. There aren't any traps, so I'm going to skip that for like this literal exact second. So I'm going to pull them and then join battle, just in case I can get one of them and then the other. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to, but that would be nice. Given that there are so many. The guys are just going to run back and forth. This completely backfired, if you're curious. Don't do it this way. Like I said, they did attempt to dodge the concept of permadeath by giving you, in this case, Zenkin monks, in the other cases, that's the village of Fawn. So a whole nother set of, quests there. No joke. We're going to have to level up as fast as we can. Unfortunately, that is going to mean a lot of resurrecting. There are a lot of games that have you dungeon run where you run away from monsters. In this game, they tend to have you level up. So the goblins are well equipped. They're very strange creatures. They have fish and chips on them. They have full sets of armor. They're carrying rations. They're using advanced weaponry. They're using spears, boomerangs, that sort of thing. So really just strange creatures. We won. Another bowl. Angry pig. Bowl. I mean, I am having a grand old time searching the bowls. It's not everybody's thing, but I find it horribly entertaining. The sight of the murder and some angry pigs. Sure, we cannot have this. I've already already searched our angry pigs, and they'll be nothing more than ill-tempered. However, you know, that's affected the populace. That is so well hidden. Let's try this again. With gusto. With meaning. With purpose, if you will. Alright. There we go. So, if you want us to light a torch moving forward, you know, feel free to let us know that. I love that they shout battle cries, curse thine offspring, thy blood will swell the land, that sort of thing. I'm really just going to loot the heck out of them. You carry as much as you can, and then you just offload as you go. Grapes, etc. It's hard to run out of food in a way, and another way it's very easy because it doesn't immediately jump to mind to go and get supplies, you know, to have that there. But they're more than loaded down for you, so the battle is quite rewarding. Potatoes, like I said, fish and chips. Just weird assortment of stuff on these guys. Really, really strange that that's there. I think this is a flounder. What the heck? I'm seeing it. It ain't coming to me. Oh, that's the side of the casket. Alright, who has the keys? So we're gonna look for Luther's keys here, as he was a loyal servant to the Goblin camp for a very long time. So in addition to them opening rooms, we assume that they open the doors. Still locked. We're gonna have to do, like I said, save by save, because it's not that I can't get resurrected, it's that if I lose one of my companions, they can't get resurrected. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and save because we made some progress. And then you used to do this a lot in DOS games. DOS games are very unforgiving. So if you're unfamiliar with the genre, but you've heard the lingo, you know, like jokes about save often, jokes about saving on disk, jokes about only having one save file, and how frustrating that was. You know, this is it. We're gonna do step by step through these caves. So, oh Jesus, Mary and Joseph. So this one has what looks like a blowgun, which was used by the Aborigines? Spear. What happens if I move that? Just move it completely out of the way. I want to see what's underneath it. That is a lot of spears stacked one on top of each other. Okay, so it's a blowgun. And then again with the boomerang, spears, leather helmets, leather armor, extraordinarily well equipped. They have a huge unit of monetary here. You can change your coins. Each of the villages is kind of in civil unrest. They don't want to put it that way, but what is this? A skull. How odd. And then they have some sort of primitive encampment. They're not really trying to put it that way, but they each have their own currency, for instance. So you generally go through and in any of the spin-offs you unite people. That's not necessarily going to be the case here because you aren't a spiritual leader. That's trapped, so we'll try this first. Wow, we got like one magical crossbow bolt. These people have stuff just lying all over the place. They even have mothers. It's magically locked. What is in here? Booze, huh? So they lock off the booze with magic. That's really strange. I guess it makes a certain more amount of monstrous sense. I'll get through here as fast as possible. Sometimes you can avoid having your butt cinched off just by moving fast. He's not dead, so we can't expect him to move all the way. These appear empty. I like the riddles that these places represent. Oh my god! Is this where we got our... We have a severed arm, and I can't quite figure out where it came from. It just is like hanging out in our inventory. Ew, that is so gross. They do the weirdest things for Atmo in RPGs. Like I said, they were very groundbreaking. Originally, we thought this was the way it was going to go. It was going to be nothing but side quests, and they turned around and they decided to remove the timer, put it where it didn't exist, rather than put it where you kind of couldn't see it or where you knew that you had to use, you know, like you had 2 years to get something done or so on. This is awesome. Look at this. So I have all sorts of potions and whatnot, which is awesome because I'm getting my butt kicked. Too heavy. That's unfortunate. I don't know if I can give him a leg pouch or not. Isle is kind of a beast. You can generally just toss things on him. What is this? Probably can put down my cauldron. Probably can do that. I do have a sextant. Holy cow. All this time running around. I thought that the cauldron might have been part of the inventory. I'll have to pick it back up on my way out. But what I really need to do right now is find a pouch. I wish that I had something lit. Like a magical sword to light the darkness. Unfortunately, it looks like I'd have to light a torch, which will take out one of my people. But it's looking like a necessity. Alright, Iolo. I'm gonna light this sucker up. Now, where is my pouch? I know the keys were in it. I should still have that. You don't really have where you lose equipment if you die. I'm not 1000% what's going on here. Unfortunately, I can't just chalk anything up because eventually you go through your inventory and you consolidate into pouches, which are extremely handy. I love that I have a leg pouch. I'm trying to figure out if I can strap one onto them because it's just so handy. Just so nice to have. It doesn't really look like there's a whole lot of use for it just yet. You can certainly just keep piling things on, but that was a great find. So definitely loot through everything. They have musical instruments, so that's very strange. Alright, so we're looting. Clearly celebrating a positive loot here. I'm hoping to get a little bit more in the way of storyline. Sometimes you do run into just a straight dungeon crawl. And the fact that I had... oh my goodness. Alright, hold on. Let's see if we can pull them through the poison cloud here. They don't seem to want to do that. That's very strange. Just run through it, Iolo. You know, like nobody cares. These people, I swear. It looks like we are going to have to fight our way all the way through here, which is very strange. I'm going to have to heal him. I have plenty of bandages and whatnot on the upside. And then we can cure him of poison. Who has this, Shimino? Oh, we're still fighting something. That's odd. It gave me the victory symbol. I'm afraid of hitting one of my guys. With my sword, because if you click on the wrong thing, you can like inadvertently start a fight, hit somebody, etc. They're stacked for loot, you know? There's always food, there's always supplies. What on earth is this? Oh, that's a loaf of bread. I thought it was some sort of weird potatoes, beef jerky. Their camps are a mess, so they're kind of uncivilized. Looks like we're just going to keep finding more goblins. We're searching for their lord, so... Oh my god, there's another level. Can I go down here without you people poisoning yourselves? Is the real question. Okay, I can. Good. Win. Oh, you know what, sweetheart? I wasn't trying to chat. Wasn't trying to do that. Headless mixed in with the goblin camp. That's a strange one. Iolo. I don't honestly know what I'm going to do with you. He dies in like every fight. Sometimes the Headless will carry gold nuggets, so that's a good body of loot. You should never skip them. We'll just throw that at whoever can carry it. Bandage up Iolo. So I'm going to go ahead and call it. You get a little bit in the way of color, but we actually skipped everything in conversation and traded it for the weird, you know? Just for oddities, weirdness. I can walk on the water. That is a new one. Looks like some strange sort of spring. What is this? A bear skeleton. What's the sign say? Oh, it says I'm in combat. That's what it says. We have gemstones here. B-E-W-A-R-E. Beware of water creatures. Oh, okay, well, let's get out of here. That sounds like a good warning to me, sir. Apparently this is a feeding ground for a giant water monster. So unexpected. I'm going to go ahead and continue spelunking, but it looks like I'm going to go through a number of trials before I find the Goblin King. So looking for the Goblin King. Link in the description below. Also down there is Gamer Grind, gamer coffee shipped to your door. They'll put your logo on merch for like nothing bucks. Or you can support the Pirate Queen. We love our logo. It's on stickers, it's on coffee mugs. You don't have to spend a whole lot. You can really support us. Also down there is Gamer Grind, gamer coffee shipped to your door. That's where you can find our logos. You can find coffee with, you know, that's like fine wine. It really just adds something, brings into the party, like a fine wine or a fine whiskey with different notes. What else do we have? We have coffee, KOFI. Buy this chick a coffee, $1, make me smile. Like I said, whoa, weird. Beware of water creatures. Okay, so again. Or you can, if you're more into a Twitch style, hard to explain, if you're more into a Twitch style experience, you can do a subscription through Patreon. So we definitely made sure that that was there for you. If you do want to support us, we are great contributors to the gaming community, and it's a fun way to do that. How strange, look at this. There's a blue fire in this. I want to put something in it and see what happens. Use that, nothing happens. Okay. Doesn't look like we can do anything with it just yet. Very strange. Very strange place. I don't know if this will hit me back if I continue attacking it. It just went down. Okay. So, yeah, that's down there. Patreon's down there. Definitely hit subscribe, though. If you hit subscribe in the bell, if you've been following the series, if you're curious about this sort of thing, Ilo, get over here. I have a cure spell. Oh my gosh. What is he doing? If you're curious about this sort of thing, this is a great place to hang out and, you know, get involved with gaming, see what sort of games you like, what you're into, that sort of thing. How gaming came along, you know, these sorts of innovations, you know, with the mannequins, with being able to put armor on and take it off, having poison and cure, all of that, and how it decided to manifest. Really interesting way to handle things, and it's different per game. So you can find the sort of game that you like. We try to keep it under 20 bucks, and when I say that, I mean if we do get a blockbuster or so on, you'll actually find that that will frequently go on sale. So you can wishlist it on Steam or through Fanatical or GOG, and it'll pop up on sale for you. So almost everything we find is under $20. We get a lot of free games from our indie dev friends as portfolio work. And we would like to promote, you know, what part of gaming they're developing. So, get to the Kraken. You know, really just an interesting time. We love you guys. We love that you're always along for it. So definitely smash that subscribe button. Stay safe, game on, and we will see you in the next video. Looks like there's a lot of dead ends. I don't really know how to take this sort of maze, you know? Couple magical traps, nothing insane. But it goes up and down a ton. Really weird monsters. A lot of dead ends. I don't feel like the, you know, straightforward method was necessarily going to work there. Going straight up the next setup. Holy cow, those are big. What is that? Like kind of a Monbat. They used to come with bestiaries and so on. It's the only bad thing about going to digital. What happened? Holy cow, look at this place. I have to say, there's a wand on here. Is that... There's a pedestal? This is crazy now.